Hey guys, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another Movies with Numbers in the Title Part 2. And this is one of the movies that I saw this year in 2017 that was not in theaters. It was a direct-to-video film, but it came out in 2017 in January, and it is one of my honorable mentions of 2017. I know the year's not over yet, but it's part of it, and that is Death Race 2050. Now, this movie was a blast and a half. I saw this on the Sci-Fi Channel, so they bleeped some of the curse words, but the movie was gory as all hell, and it was so over the top and crazy and cartoonish, and I loved almost every second of it. It was a lot of fun. Like my good friend Emer, rest in peace, by the way. Again, he reviewed this movie before he died, so he has a good review on his channel. So I want to share that video with you guys if you haven't seen it already. And it's got a pretty decent cast. You got Malcolm McDowell, he plays the lead villain. You got Manu Bennett from Arrow, he plays Frankenstein because they couldn't get Jason Statham back. You got Marcy Miller, she's a very sexy girl that plays Annie Sullivan. You got a girl named Shanna Olson, she plays Grace Tickle. I think she's one of the broadcasters. You got Yancy Butler. I know people say that she has a weird voice, like it's very like this, but I think she's a pretty attractive woman for someone her age. You have these other people too. Let me check the rest of it. It's a political satire. Basically, this movie is not to be taken seriously. This movie got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Hell yeah, they have some taste in B movies like I do. It was directed by G.J. Etterkamp. I guess that's a Danish name. And it's supposed to be a remake of Death Race 2000, which I'm going to review next time. But I want to see it. And it was produced by Roger Corman, who is a great producer. I'm going to miss him when he passes away because he's done so many movies that I've enjoyed, whether he directed them, wrote them, or produced them. And it's described as a car racing picture with some black humor. Yeah, I'm going to say this right now. This movie, I'd rather watch this movie than Mad Max Fury Road. This movie is more bloodier. It's more cartoonish. It's a shorter movie. It's 93 minutes long. It gives you what you want. It's basically if you took Death Race 2000, The Hunger Games, and Fury Road, put them in a blender, put a lot of blood, and there you go. You got Death Race 2050. I guarantee you, this movie wasn't even in theaters, and it's better because Mad Max Fury Road wasn't even that gory. I've heard that, yeah, it's a good looking film. They didn't use a lot of CGI, and it's got a bigger cast, but I prefer movies like this. This is my Death Race is more my franchise than Mad Max because Road Warrior is the best of the franchise in my opinion. And basically, it's a standard plot. You know about the death race that Frankenstein is entering in it, and a bunch of girls. You got this southern religious chick that she's crazy. You got this ghetto black girl that says she's like a female Samuel Jackson. You got an Asian guy. It's a lot of crazy stereotypes, but the movie's a blast. Like I love the costumes are awesome. I never said that with the original with the Statham movie. It's very colorful and bright. It's not a freaking Christopher Nolan movie. We got to take it so serious. No, it made me laugh. I was watching this. I'm like, oh my God, this movie is so bloody. Like you have limbs coming off, you got blood splattered everywhere, you get people ran over by cars. Basically, they have to kill people like pedestrians to get points so that they can win the race. It's not just getting to the end. It's like Cars, Disney's Cars, but with R rating. This is not for children. Do not show this to any of your kids. It's got that Deadpool visceralness, which I loved, and it has a sense of humor. Thank God. This has been a great year for movies that have a sense of humor that works. Wonder Woman, this movie, Spider-Man Homecoming, Guardians 2. Everybody that said that movie was too funny, it needed to have a sense of humor. If not, they would make it dark and dreary, and I'm sick and tired of that. I want movies more like this. I hope I don't get a copyright for that. That's the picture of the movie. There's also nudity in it, but they muted it when I saw it on TV. But sexy women, guns a blazing, blood everywhere. I'm telling you, there's not just someone gets shot and they fall. No, you see the blood. They shove it in your face like Piranha 3D. That's a movie I would recommend to my friend. My friend Sean. Sean, see this movie. If you shut your brain off and if you've seen Mad Max Fury Road, this is way bloodier and this is way crazy. What a lovely day! Well, yeah, it was when I saw this movie instead, because at least the cast is not as foreign. It's crazy bloody. It's, it's got a fast pace. It never slows down. It's very colorful. Like, you have a lot of people in crazy costumes and wigs and makeup. There's a lot of practical effects, which is great. Yeah, there's some shoddy CG, but hey, I've seen the Sharknado films and I know what I'm getting. This movie knows exactly what it is. I loved every second of it, watching all this craziness going by. I don't want to spoil too much in the film because Manu Bennett does a great job. Like, he has a really authoritative voice. He's basically an Australian Frank Grillo. That's who he reminds me of. I thought Marcy Miller, she was tough, but she wasn't a freaking SJW. She was a tough blonde chick that actually had a character and a personality, and she was good with Manu Bennett. It had a good spark. Also, this movie doesn't deserve a 3.6 on IMDb or whatever. It's not that bad. It's way better than freaking The Mummy or King Arthur or any of the Transformers movies, including the new one. It's better than Unforgettable and freaking these other films that have come out. I'm sorry. I'd rather see a bloody good time of a movie that knows what it is. Look at what this critic said. Chris Alexander from Coming Soon. Loud, shrill, spastic, sadistic, stylish, slipshod, stupid, and smart in equal measures. But that's part of the Shaggy Dog charm of the production. Thank you. People know what this kind of movie is. What Death Race 2050 is. It's a loud wham bam thank you ma'am kind of a R-rated film, and it doesn't hold back. It shows everything you want and then some, and it made me smile. I was like, these are the kind of movies I want to see more of. If more direct to video films were like this and weren't like a $50 budget, I would see more of them nowadays, because this film was a lot of fun. I had just a smile on my face. And when I get to my honorable mentions of this year, I'm going to mention it again quickly because I'm already reviewing it. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. I would definitely recommend it. If you've seen Max Fury Road for the 50th time, even the black chrome version, which is black and white, I'm like, yeah, keep your pretentious George Miller movie. I don't want to freaking see it. It's just not for me. I'm going to watch it once and then forget about it and sleep through it. Because you don't need over 2 hours to tell a good story. This movie did it in 93 minutes, and it works, and it's fun, and it's crazy, and I like that kind of film. A crazy film that has a good plot. Wink, wink, at World's End. You should be ashamed of yourself. You didn't have a plot. This movie has a quick, easy plot. Bunch of racers have to kill each other or kill pedestrians, get points, win the race, and it's over, and they crown a champion. And what Manu Bennett does to Malcolm McDowell is awesome at the end. I'm not spoiling it. It's badass. And I thought this movie was a lot of fun. It's definitely one of my favorites of the franchise, along with the Statham film and the original Corman film that came out in the 70s, because I love the way movies looked in the 70s. And this one is not going to win any Oscars, but it knows what it is. I like having fun, people. I have a fun personality on YouTube. That's why I'm still here, and I'm here to stay. So thanks for watching. If there were any flaws, there were some religious things that I didn't care about, blah, blah, blah. There's some subplots here and there. But either way, I thought it was a fun movie, and I would recommend it for a movie from 2017 in January that did not suck. Yeah, take that, Underworld Blood Wars, you piece of shit. You're so dark, I can't see nothing. It's like this. This is the whole movie. Dark. This movie, it shoves the colors in your face. The blood, you actually can see it. Blood Wars, I could barely see the freaking blood. Here, this is an R-rated movie that knows what it is and it goes for it by the throat. And that's the kind of films I love watching. So take care, guys. See Death Race 2050. I would recommend it. It's a high recommendation for a film that was not in theaters this year. And I will see you guys next time. Yeah.